que é isto? Do not feed. I can tell we've got a lot in common. Wanna see my battle scars? Não. Ai, mano. Olha para isto tudo fodido. Foda-se. Ah, eu posso olhar para os lados? Não, não sprites. Isto era suposto ter som em assustar-me? Isto era suposto ter som em assustar-me? Eu não percebo, eu não consigo ouvir nada. What the fuck, bruh? Mano, eu não tenho som. Why?
É o homem frente, é que eu vou homem com os filhos.
Oh, Sokotal just resubbed for 14 months.
Caralho.
Wasn't that fun?
Isto é tipo uma jinx, bro. Toda fucking sucesso, meu. What? Primeira vez que estão a dar hype a um champion, né? Já fazia um bom tempo que eles faziam algo assim. Não vou mentir. Ok, deixa-me lá ver isto. Gameplay dela.
Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you Briar's abilities and explain her kit as well as possible. Briar is a champion like nothing else before. She's absolutely crazy. And I really do mean that.
Hey man, absolutely crazy. Crazy? I was crazy.
We're talking about Yumi level of craziness.
Yumi level of craziness? Oh no.
At least. Her ult, for example, can reach from base to Baron, and if you hit the target, you're gonna leap there, and I can tell you, one of you, either you or the enemy, is gonna die. Briar's ult, for example, can reach from base to Baron.
From base to Baron. The base or Baron?
And if you hit the target, you're gonna leap there, and I can tell you, one of you, either you or the enemy, is gonna die. Briar was designed by Riot August, who also designed champions like Viego, Zeri, Jhin or Jinx, so you know we are in for a great ride.
Viego e Zeri. O mesmo que fez Viego e Zeri fez isto. Ai meu Deus.
I was invited to the presentation and people from Riot gave us more insight about Briar, so not only I'll be able to show you some slides and clips of Briar, but I will also be able to elaborate on that, as we got a lot of our questions answered. This video isn't a leak, I was allowed to make this video, and I was provided with the images, videos you're gonna see. Short Briar's background. She is an uncontrollable vampire that unleashed herself into the world. She's driven by her hunger and blood, and this is a key part of her kit. Briar is intended to be primarily played in the jungle, but also viable in the top lane. Riot plans to make both of these roles viable, and adjust
Jungle top, interessante.
if necessary, so you can play her in both top
Olha a
and
postura dela, mano. Toda freaky, bro.
jungle. She's supposedly a champion more aimed at early
Como é que ela acabou de passar uma parede? Mano, porquê é que não há nenhum champion que não passe paredes de hoje em dia, caralho?
so you can play her in both top and jungle. She's supposedly a champion more aimed at early to mid game than the late game.
Porquê é que este double está aqui? Não me digas que isto é outro dash.
Briar is a champion centered around lifesteal. All of her abilities cost percentage of your max HP.
Ok, é tipo Vladimir.
For items, you most likely want to go with the classic AD Bruiser items,
Ok.
like Divine Sunderer, Black Cleaver, Wit's End or Death's Dance.
Ok.
She has a new crazy mechanic, which is Self-Taunt. It is included in both her W and ult, and pretty much entire Briar's kit revolves around the Self-Taunt. Now let's get into her passive. Her passive applies a stacking bleed that heals her for a portion of damage dealt.
Briar's attacks and abilities apply a stacking bleed that heals her for a portion of the damage dealt. Perpetually hungry, she gains increased healing based on her missing health but lacks innate health regeneration. She will also heal for any remaining bleed damage when a bleeding enemy dies. She will also heal for any remaining bleed damage when an enemy... Ok, ou seja, se ela meter uma gaja a sangrar e essa pessoa morrer logo, imagina que ela tinha mais 150 de damage no bleed, ela cura 150. Isso é insane.
Her healing is increased if she is lower on health. What's really important is that she doesn't have base health
Ela não tem health regen.
regeneration. Remember, Briar is a champion with a lot of lifesteal. A lot. It's essential to her kit, and her lifesteal likely surpasses the likes of Warwick or Vladimir. You can lifesteal not only of champions, but also of minions or monsters.
A cena é que a health regen é useless. A health regen só funciona na lane phase, porque depois mid-game, quem é que quer saber da health regen? Por isso, isto é bom. Eu preferi que a Diana não tivesse health regen e todas as habilidades dela curassem, não? Uma questão, e se ela tiver Ocean Dragon? É muito melhor heal na teamfight, for sure. Se ela tiver Ocean Dragon, me dá regen, for sure.
Briar's Q, Head Rush, is a leap that does damage and stuns.
Head Rush. Briar leaps to a unit, dealing damage as well as stunning them and breaking their armor. Armor shred e stun, interessante. Briar will stop prioritizing enemy champions if she casts his ability on a minion or monster during the effect of Blood Frenzy.
Sort of similar to Jack's Q, but you also CC the enemy. And additionally, this ability also shreds the armor, similar to Jarvan Q. Her Q can be casted on minions or monsters during her W, and that will make her stop prioritizing the enemy champions. Remember, it won't stop her from self-taunt from W. Briar is pretty much centered around this ability. It's an ability with a short leap that
Briar leaps forward, outro leap, and shatters her pillory, entering Blood Frenzy that causes her to relentlessly pursue the nearest enemy, prioritizing champions. While frenzies, she gains increased attack speed and move speed. Her attacks deal damage in area around her target. Briar can reactivate his ability while frenzied to take a chomp out of her target on the next attack, dealing additional. Okay.
That makes you self-taunted. Yes, you are self-taunted. This ability prioritizes the champions, and the acquisition range here is pretty big, somewhere around 1000 to 1200 range. So much more than, for example, Jinx's rocket attack. During the Blood Frenzy, she gains increased attack speed and movement speed, and her attacks deal area of effect damage around the target. You can also reactivate this ability to take a chomp out of her target, and then the next attack will deal extra damage based on the enemy's missing HP. And her heal is also directly linked to this extra damage. Remember that while you are in her W, you can use items or summoner spells. But this is extremely important. This ability cannot be cancelled. Yes, her W cannot be cancelled.
What?
The only way to break it is to use your E, that I'm gonna show you in a moment. But other than that, you cannot really cancel that. You cannot QSS it, so if you use this ability, you're gonna run at your target, and you won't stop. You may tower dive, you may nexus dive, so just be aware of that.
What?
If enemy uses Zonya or something that makes them untargetable, she will find another target near to attack. This ability will also find people you cannot see. You cannot hide in bush from Briar's W, she will find you. If there is no one around when you cast this ability will just be a short dash. This short dash can also go over walls. If someone becomes untargetable when attacked by Briar, but no other unit is around, this ability will just end. You absolutely want to max W when you play Briar. Otherwise, you're most likely gonna have a terrible time playing her. Now let's go to Briar's E, Chilling Scream, and this is the only reliable way for you to stop your W. it removes your blood frenzy and puts you into a channeling ability. Once it
Briar focus her mind, removing blood frenzy and channeling energy into a powerful scream that damages and kills enemies. While charging, she takes reduced damage and heals for a portion of her max health. A fully charged scream knocks back, dealing additional damage and stunning enemies that hit a wall. Mano, ou seja, isto tem dashes e stuns, e armor shred, e mobilidade, e
it's released, it does
sustain,
damage and
e...
slows enemies.
What?
During this charge, she takes reduced damage and also heals for a portion of her max health. Fully charged E knocks the enemies back, and if you hit them into the wall, they are gonna be stunned
Isto é
and
tipo o ulti
take
da
a
Kiana,
lot of
mano.
damage.
Ou seja, ou
And
era
now
ela
it's
ulti
time
da
for
Kiana,
her
o
ultimate,
ulti dela é o
which
ulti
is
da Vex.
absolutely insane. Briar shoots a missile across the map. It's like a semi-global ability, so you can use it from base to Baron or
Mano,
Dragon.
olhem o range disto. Estamos a falar deste arco aqui. Ela está aqui. Vejam isto. O que é isto?
Remember that the enemies can hear it being used, similarly to Scion ult.
Ok.
It only targets the enemy champions.
Marking the first enemy champion as her prey. She then beelines straight to them, fearing other surrounding enemies on arrival, and enters a state of complete hematon... What the fuck is that, man? Hematonami... What? O que é isto, man? Vampirismo. O que é? Sintomas, diagnóstico e tratamento. Assim, vampirismo. O que é? Sintomas? O que é esta merda, bro? Obsessão por sangue? What the... Calma, isto existe na vida real? What? Interessante. She will pursue her prey until one of them dies, gaining the effects of blood frenzy as well as additional armor, magic resist, lifesteal, and movement speed.
If she hits the enemy, and the missile is supposedly pretty wide,
She will pursue her prey until one of them dies.
she's gonna dash to them and fear all the other units in the area, excluding
Ai, vai
your
dar fear a
target.
todos à volta.
At this point, she will enter a state of complete area, excluding
Yeah.
your target. At this point, she will enter a state of complete hematomania. She will chase her target until either the target dies or she dies. You cannot cancel it. If someone uses Zonia, she will find another target and then come back to its original target after Zonia ends. If you hide in Mordekaiser Death Realm, the same thing
Mano,
is gonna
olhem
happen
o AOE do fear.
after Zonia ends. If you hide
Olhem
in
este, olhem isto. Isto aqui é o fear. Se tiver aqui pessoal à volta, todos estes levam fear.
Mordekaiser Death Realm,
Eu queria saber o tempo do fear.
the same thing is gonna happen. You come back from the realm and she's
Hello,
gonna
my
be
friend.
on you
Thank you
again.
for raid.
This ability pretty much
Thank you for raid, my friend.
Lena, muito obrigado pela raid. Bem-vindos, pessoal. Espero que tenham tido uma boa stream e bons jogos. Bem-vindos, pessoal. Tenham todos o resto uma boa quarta-feira. Muito, muito agradecido. Estamos aqui a ver o novo champion. Isto parece ser uma backup zone. Obrigado, Lena. Muito obrigado.
her target until either the target dies or she dies.
Mas
You
isto é
cannot cancel
ridículo,
it.
este
If someone
range do
uses
fear.
Zonia, she will find another target and
Voltas
then
para massa? Let's go.
come back to its original
Let's go.
target after Zonia ends. If you hide in
Olhem para isto.
Mordekaiser
Ei, mano, eu gostava bem que ele mandasse um ulti e tivessem que... Eu quero ver o tempo do fear.
Death Realm, the same thing is gonna happen. You come back from the realm and she's gonna be on you again. This ability pretty much guarantees that either Briar or her prey will die. During her ult,
Mano, isso é assustador. Um deles vai morrer garantidamente. O quão fucked é isso?
guarantees that either Briar or her prey will die. During her ult, she also gains the
Não é point and click, não, então. Não vejo que tens um range. Kicks a bloodstone and flies to the location of the first champion hits, marking them as her prey. On landing, she deals 241 damage, okay, to everything nearby and causes enemies who are not her... 1.5 segundos! 1.5 segundos de fear. No way, brah. Isto é broken.
effects from W,
Ganha 30 de armor, magic resist, 10% lifesteal, 10% movement speed.
so attack speed and
What?
movement speed. And on top of that, you also
What?
get extra armor,
Isto é nível 1, by the way.
magic resist, lifesteal, and movement speed. This ability is just absolutely insane. And no, there is no way to QS
E não, pessoal, isto não tem range, by the way. Só para vos avisar que isto pode ser usado de uma fountain à outra.
or remove it. Someone has to die. So
Não há aqui o SS que dê remove nisto.
yeah, as you can tell, this champion is absolutely crazy, designed like nothing ever before. I'm really excited to play Briar and hopefully find some amazing bugs. Please tell me in the comments what do you guys think about Briar. Thanks for watching. Take
Mais uma
care.
vez no início era Broken, depois Mountain Champion. Sim, juntamente com o Viego, Zeri, Keisant. São todos Champions inúteis agora. Mas só porque a Vex aconteceu assim não quer dizer isso, não?
Please tell me in the comments what do you guys
We'll
think
see.
about
A gente não sabe também.
Briar. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Que medo.